Hi, welcome back to Actually Clean Beauty. I'm Joanna, and today I'm doing a full face of ZuZu Luxe makeup. When I mention a product, I will put that product's safety scores according to Environmental Working Group and the Think Dirty app up on the screen. I also cross-reference the ingredients with the Switch Natural app because most brands that claim to be clean or non-toxic are not clean or non-toxic. Each product is also included in a blog post that I will link below. Now, let's get into the video. Okay, so I'm going to start with concealer. I got two shades of concealer. This one was too dark, so I'm going to use it as a corrector. My mirror is right here, so I used this before and I'm a little underwhelmed by it. You know, it's not bad. I've just used a lot of really good products. I feel a little bit like it's a product that doesn't really sink into the skin. I think that's what I don't like about it. It doesn't really absorb and meld into the skin like I want my concealer to, but you know, it just depends on what you prefer. So that's pretty peach on me. So I'm gonna go in with the shade C3. I think this is the lightest shade. I usually use my concealer and or foundation as like an eyeshadow primer. And it may just be that this concealer is not full coverage. Maybe it's just like a medium coverage concealer. I am happy at least that it's not really accentuating texture and it's not really accentuating dryness very much, but it's not absorbing into the skin. It's not providing me any really brightness that I'm used to getting from concealers, like on the inner corner. I have their powder foundation, so I'm gonna use that to set the concealer. This compact is pretty cool. This is the mineral foundation. This is the shade D7, but this compact is cool. So like you open it and there's this little puff in here. It's like a foam puff. It has this like second layer. Oh, I like the powder foundation. Not noticing that it's accentuating much texture or anything underneath my eyes when I set it with the foundation. This mineral powder foundation is giving me pretty good coverage. I did use a primer, by the way. Oh yeah, it's really evening out my skin tone. And it's not accentuating my pores at all. I feel very old school applying it with a foam puff, but I kind of like it. I am really pleased with the coverage this mineral foundation is giving and the lack of accentuating texture. I like that. Okay, so I'm just gonna flip this up, I guess, and put the puff back. It's cute. It's gonna brush off excess. Now for the bronzer, I think there's only one shade of bronzer, which is kind of weird, but I could be wrong. So I'm going to take my Real Techniques bronzer brush. I already tested this bronzer out on a short and I like it. It's not too dark, it's not too light for me. I feel like it's a pretty subtle bronze. Now the blush I got in the shade Nymph. It's this kind of, oops, I hit myself in the face. It's this kind of lilac-y lavender color. It's like a very cool, almost purpley pink. You can see it's just kind of like a cool pink. And it has a little bit of shimmer to it. I'm having too much fun with the shimmer blush. I'm gonna go in with my eyebrow pencil in Fig. I've used this before and it's very feather light. That's the only word I can think to describe, which is perfect for an eyebrow pencil. I just prefer eyebrow pencils that are mechanical because you don't have to sharpen them and they're always super thin. So this is like a medium brown color. I remember when I was younger, I would see this Gabriel Cosmetics brand in like health food stores. And now, well, I was gonna say you can get it at Target, but you have to order it online from Target. The brush on the other end is a little more scratchy than I prefer. Other brands that just are softer. I just noticed with the concealer, and this is normal for me with concealer, that it did crease a bit. I had to kind of sweep it away, but that's normal for me with concealer. Also, this brow pencil is pretty creamy if you like that in a brow pencil. Okay, I feel like this shade Fig is just a tad tad too dark for me, so that when I am filling my brows, it makes them just look a little bit darker than I want them to look. But I tried the color Mink, which was more auburn, but it was too warm for me. Put this back. I like to do my winged liner with an eyeshadow. So I got this eyeshadow shade, it's called Dusk. It's like a dark purple. I take my Sigma winged liner brush and go like that. Now I'm also going to place this eyeshadow in the outer corner of my eyelid. Purple and plum eyeshadows are like some of my favorites. I have hazel eyes and I feel like it brings out the green. Now I'm just going to blend these. It blends pretty easily, so you don't have to do a lot of brushing. Okay, I'm going to use the eyeliner pencil in the shade Tobacco. I'm going to use it to tightline my upper lash line. It's like not too creamy, but it glides on pretty easily, so we'll see how long it lasts. I'm noticing that it's not like extremely pigmented, so I do kind of have to work a little bit to get the pigment in between my lashes. It's not a huge issue, but I'm just used to really pigmented products like the Lancome gel liner that I use sometimes and the Give liner that I use sometimes. The more I'm using it to tightline, the more I'm thinking I would probably prefer to use this if I'm going to use it like on top of my eyelash. I'm not really the type of person that often uses a pencil line on top. I usually use like liquid up there just because it's easier for me. And if you like maybe a more subtle look, you don't need something like really richly pigmented, this would be a fine option, I think. This is the first time I've used this. This is their liquid liner in the brown color called Taureg. Oh, okay. I'm gonna start at the middle of my lash line in case there's extra. Oh, it's kind of nice. I like that. It glides on smoothly, but it's not too crazy messy. And I am blotting my eyelashes after I apply it, which I usually do because liquid liner always tends to get on my eyelashes. It's nice. Okay, now I'm gonna go to the inner corner. Pretty. It's been really challenging for me to find a brown liquid liner with no carbon black in it. It's in like almost every eyeliner, and this is one of them, and I actually like it better, I think, than the Makeup Forever Aqua Resist Color Ink because it's just not as messy as this one. And it's a nice dark brown. I think I'm actually gonna use this over my eyeshadow as the wing as well. It's such a relief that it's not as messy as the other one because it's so hard to find a brown liquid liner that doesn't have the carbon black in it. I'm happy with that. Pretty, huh? Isn't the ball thing supposed to like clack against it when you shake it? There is one in there, but I only hear it when I do that. I'm going to put a little bit more eyeshadow on. I'm going to curl my eyelashes and apply mascara. I've used this mascara before. It's fine, there's nothing special about this mascara that I noticed. It's there, it's easy to apply. It's got a short little handle, which is nice if you have smaller hands. I'm not using a lash primer for this because I'm trying to just keep it as ZuZu Luxe as possible. Okay, I had to clean up some areas without the ring light. The ring light kind of burns a hole in my eyes. It's so bright that I can't always see what I'm doing. I just prepped my lips with my beloved Badger Cocoa Butter Lip Balm. I'm going to line my lips with the lip liner in the shade Innocence. Now this shade is a little more brown than I wanted. It's actually pretty nice. Their lipstick is on my list of favorite lipsticks. So this is the shade Beso. It's like kind of a berry pink color. I can't get enough berry lipsticks for some reason. Now it is already like 3:30 in the afternoon, so I'm gonna keep all this on as late as possible. See how long this lasted. But it goes on almost like lip balm. It's really moisturizing. I like that, but it's not too thick either. And I feel like the finish is cream, but a little bit satin at the same time. It's just so rare to find lipsticks without lake dyes in them that I get so excited when I find one that doesn't have it. If you listen closely, you can hear my cat snoring. So I am going to set this with my Flower Beauty Seal the Deal Luminizing Setting Spray. This and the Honest Beauty Setting Spray I've been using. They're the two clean setting sprays I've found so far. Neither of those setting sprays have phenoxyethanol or fragrance or any other bad thing. So this is the final look. I'm gonna check in probably around 9 or so. We have a friend here. Say hi, kitty. Hi. Say hi, Bernard. Okay, so it's been about 5 hours and my makeup has held up okay. I see from the eyeliner pencil it has transferred to my lower eyelid, but other than that, like, I still have some lipstick on even after a meal. My eyeshadow and my eyebrows are still intact. I'm still happy with the powder foundation. It hasn't accentuated much texture at all, and I don't see it really breaking up on my nose or my chin, which happens a lot with foundations. Overall, I think ZuZu Luxe has some pretty good products. I think the ones that I'm going to keep are the powder foundation, the bronzer, the blush. It still has the color and shimmer after 5 hours. The liquid eyeliner, the lipstick, maybe the lip pencil. Overall, it's a pretty solid brand. The concealer I'm not really impressed with, but I am very picky about concealer. And the mascara was a little underwhelming for the price, I thought. If there are any ZuZu Luxe products that I haven't mentioned and that you've tried, let me know in the comments. I'd love to know what you think about this brand. Thank you so much for watching. I'd love to be in touch with you. Let me know what you think about ZuZu Luxe. Take care. Bye.